Hi Gemini, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your October 2021 love reading. Thanks to those of you who liked, viewed, shared, subscribed, and donated to the channel. I appreciate all of that. And for those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's what I call the bridge and the gap spread. And the way it works is a look at the past energies, present energies, and future energies between you and your main love interest. When we're done with all that, we'll actually pull some oracle cards to gain some additional insight. That's where the bridging the gap dynamic comes into play. And as far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, on the right side we have the Tarot of Sexual Magic. And also keep in mind that when I'm going to be referring to the cards on the left is your energy and the cards on the right is the other person. So if you feel like it's halfway around in your situation, then definitely trust that. Alright, so with all that away, we'll get started. Past energy on your side, we have Judgment. So usually I view this as a Scorpio energy, but this could just be saying that either you already in the past made an effort to reconnect with this person, or it could have been the other way around where they might have attempted to reconnect with you. But yeah, either way, it looks like this is someone you definitely have a history with, and in the past, it looks like you already tried to reconnect with them. Past energy on their side, we have the Queen of Swords, which is Libra energy, Ace of Pentacles, and the Eight of Wands, which is Sagittarius energy. So I could see this playing out one of two different ways. Given that her back is turned to the cards on this side, could just be saying that they might have actually been attempting to start a connection with someone new. So maybe at the time you approached them, either they were already on the road to getting into a connection with someone else, or possibly already were in a connection. Possibly this could just even be saying that they were talking to multiple people, so they had that interest into getting into a connection, but it just may have been with other people at the time. And now for some of you, this can also represent that, especially if you were the ones that came back toward them, given that their back is turned to your energy. So maybe with that masculine energy she's looking at, that represents them having wanted you to come back toward them. Could just be saying that the two of you could have built toward a connection in the past as well and had a lot of activity with that. So like I said, it could go either way there. Depends on your situation. Present situation on your side, we have fertility. So this is the equivalent to the Empress in traditional tarot. So to me, this says that you guys are probably just, especially for those of you who made the effort in the past, if you already attempted to come toward them, and especially if they were entertaining connections with other people, I feel like this is saying the way you're looking at it is like, okay, I already made my effort. My life is going well. At this point, the ball's in their court. I'm going to let them come to me, right? That's kind of the impression that I'm getting there. Let me see if anything else comes to mind with this. For some of you, a small percentage of you, this can represent that you may have found out that you're pregnant recently. Now, obviously, that could be interesting if you guys did reconnect with this person in the past, but that's what I'm seeing there. But yeah, primarily, I feel like this is just more of an energetic thing for you guys, where you're like, okay, I made the effort in the past. Now this person would have to come back toward me. Otherwise, I'm perfectly fine where I'm at. And then I feel like if they were the ones who came toward you in the past, then this could represent more. I would say it's more likely for that scenario that you guys might actually have found out that you may be pregnant at this time. All right. Present energy on their side, we have the Four of Wands. So this is Aries energy. Usually does represent expansive, playful energy moving toward commitment. But again, I can't look past the fact that we do see their backs are turned to the cards on this side. So for some of you, this can represent that they're entering into a connection with someone else. Like we said, especially in the past, it looks like they may have been entertaining that possibility already anyway. So if that's the case, there'd definitely be a stalemate between the two of you. I mean, if we even look at their body language too, we kind of see that their backs are a little turned towards the cards in this energy. So for some of you, could just be saying, at least at the present moment, you may be content to just let things come to you. Maybe you're even entering into a new connection of your own. Looks like this person could be doing the same. And of course, for some of you, if we take out the body language of the cards itself, this can represent that the two of you are moving toward a connection with each other at this time too. All right. Future energy on your side, we have Sacrifice, which is Pisces energy, Prince of Coins, which is Virgo energy, and Queen of Coins, which is Capricorn energy. So given this energy here, I feel like this is saying that for, I'm guessing the majority of you, quite frankly, I feel like this is representing you guys actually leaving the connection behind, possibly to pursue more of a career focus at this time. This is actually Virgo energy, which is a very work-oriented energy. And also with the Queen of Coins, Capricorn energy, another very work-focused energy. Could just be saying that you could be focusing on growth there, right? Like we see there's not a lot of life on those trees. He's the Prince energy. And then moving toward the Queen energy, we see the background's much more abundant there. So could just be saying for some of you might get pulled away to put more of your focus toward your career. And then that could be where your focus is going to be. Now, I will say if we look at her facial expression, looks like she's looking over her shoulder a little bit. So I feel like this is saying that you will be focusing on your career and getting some success there. But I feel like this is at least saying you might leave the door open to possibly having something with this person in the future. But I feel like your more primary focus at this time is going to be around your finances. I do have to say, at the very least, given that this is 8th house energy for you guys too, it could just be saying that there could be a strong sexual attraction toward this person at the very least. So even if you might feel like, okay, the practicality of something more serious might not be there, I feel like you might still have that physical draw toward them. All right, future energy on their side, we have the 5 of Pentacles, which is Taurus energy, 2 of Pentacles, Capricorn energy, Queen of Wands, Aries energy, and 2 of Cups, Cancer energy. So with the 5 of Pentacles, usually this represents an energy of rejection. If we look at, obviously, the energy, looks like there's a bit of a rejection going on there. Traditional tarot, the 5 of Pentacles is often referred to as being left out in the cold, right? Then we see with the 2 of Pentacles, if we look at the body language there, he looks like he's very shy toward actually making contact with the woman there. With the Queen of Wands, we do see more of a bold energy, though. And then with the 2 of Cups, obviously that could represent a meeting of the minds, reconnecting. So taking this all in as one story, I feel like this is saying that, they might actually be rejected, or at the very least feel rejected by you, especially if you do put more focus towards yourselves with the fertility energy and then possibly moving more toward your career focus. So with the 2 of Pentacles, I feel like there's a little bit of reluctance on their part to reach out. But with the Queen of Wands energy, I feel like this is saying that for a lot of you, they actually will finally come forward and reach out toward you. Now, for some of you, it could be as soon as when we have the full moon in Aries, which is around the middle of October. But for others of you, it might take a little longer than that. And then with the 2 of Cups, represents that possibility for reconnection. So yeah, it certainly doesn't look like you're putting your lives on hold for this connection at this time. Like I said, it looks like you'll be putting a lot of focus toward your career and actually growing in that area as well. But it looks like there is the possibility that if they do come back around, that you could get things off the ground. But yeah, it just looks like, as a whole, with the spread, it looks like for the vast majority of you at this point, it would have to take them coming forward. Otherwise, it looks like you're just going to keep your focus elsewhere. All right. Bottom of the deck on your side, we have Awakening. So this is actually the equivalent of the Sun in traditional tarot. And interestingly enough, if we look at the body language here too, right, her back is turned to the cards on that side, and we see the angel figure. Looks like they're pulling them that way, right? So for some of you, you just might be pulled toward other things. Like I said, if we think about the Sun energy in traditional tarot, can point to some success. So it could just be as simple as that. Maybe there's not even really a rift between the two of you, but it's just more of you might get some kind of career opportunity that might pull you elsewhere for the time being. But yeah, either way, definitely a good energy to have at the bottom of the deck. And the bottom of the deck on their side, we have the 6 of Cups. So this is definitely an energy of reminiscing, can point to reconciliation. Now, in most tarot decks, it seems to point to more of a physical reconciliation, but it always stands out to me here with the artwork. It looks like she's staring at a painting of two people, right? So it still has that energy of reminiscing, but it could just be as simple as them looking back on old photographs between the two of you, and it doesn't, again, escape my attention that we do see our back is still turned to the cards on the side. So yeah, this could just be one of those things where this person might energetically still want to reconnect with you, but it seems maybe even a little less than 50-50 that they actually will come back toward you. But it looks like they will at the very least be thinking of you, and that tends to happen during retrogrades anyway, so that's not a huge surprise. But I will say underneath that we have the Judgment card. So just like you guys had it in the past, we see it here for them. So it could just be playing out two different ways. It could just be saying that maybe for some of you they're reminiscing and realizing that maybe they should have taken the opportunity when you did try to come back around to them. Interestingly enough, we do see the child there too, though, as we see the child in the present. So for some of you, that's definitely still on the table that you might actually find out that you're pregnant. For those of you who obviously did physically reconnect with this person. Let me see what else comes to mind with this. And for some of you, I will say, given that this usually for me is Scorpio energy too, maybe once the retrograde energy clears and we get into Scorpio season, that might be when they come around. And then with that Taurus energy here, then that could point to any time between the Aries full moon and the Taurus full moon. So shouldn't be in the too distant future, but that's what I'm seeing there. All right, and next we'll move on to the Oracle cards. First, we'll see if we get anything from the Aqua Moonlight deck here. And first, I'll be looking for unspoken messages from you to them, and then from them to you. Usually I would only take jumpers, but this month I think I might just at least pull one card for each side. But we'll see how I feel. So, like I said, first we're looking for unspoken messages from you to them. Okay, we got a couple that fell. And next we'll see if we get any from them to you. Alright, nothing's coming up, so what I'll do is we'll just put the deck down and I'll actually pull a card, so give me a few seconds to tune in. Okay, go with this one here. And let's see what we got on your side first. Okay, we have in the very near future. So interesting, I was just talking about how possibly I could see something taking place as early as the Aries full moon, or possibly a little bit further out to the Taurus full moon, which would be during Scorpio season. We have first, you are the one, the only one. So yeah, I was saying back here in the past position that it definitely looks like this is someone you might have had a history with already, and this would represent that you guys already attempted to reconnect with them in the past. We have a letter. I will be writing you a message. I don't necessarily see communication energy there, but we'll keep going. Oh yeah, so that was it. Alright, so definitely looks like you guys have a history for sure. Just looking at the body language in these cards, it doesn't necessarily look like you'd be reaching out. It's possible, possibly with the Prince of Coins energy we see there, that you would come forward with some communication, but didn't necessarily pick up on that. And we'll see what one we had on their side is. Yes, okay. Well, yeah. Obviously, we can't do much with that, adding on to the messages there, but at the very least, it looks like there is that openness from them. So it's interesting, because energetically, looking at the main spread, it looks like they would actually have to be the ones to come toward you for things to get off the ground. But then if we look at these cards, it's the Oracle cards, it looks like it's saying that they're waiting for you to come toward them. Which, well, I guess we could see that with that Libra energy there and then the Six of Cups. But interestingly enough, so we'll see what the Wisdom of the Oracle adds to the mix this time. So I'm just pulling a single card here, and then we'll see what it has to say. We'll wrap up with that. Oh, got one already, and it fell. So let me go get that. All right. All right. You guys got clean it up. There's the artwork, and the number is 21. Okay, it says getting to the core of a situation, freedom from a burden, cleaning house, sweeping away what is no longer needed. The Oracle's message: ever feel so bogged down with emotional gunk that you can't think straight? Could you be surrounded by physical clutter in your home also? Too much work? Overwhelmed? Time to clean house. Every item out of way natters away at you. Every unresolved resentment, every comparison to others that leads to a sense of lack, takes up energetic space. Every unpaid bill just adds up to an unnecessary feeling of being overwhelmed. Now is the time to free yourself by energetically cleaning house. Just do it. Make room for the miracles that are lining up for you. So, pretty positive message there. When it mentioned overwhelmed, that made me think of what I was saying, where it looks like for some of you might just get pulled away toward career goals in the future, but hopefully that resonated. The relationship message says, time to clear the air, take a look at your side of the street, and say what's on your mind. Sweep away the old stuff so that a spring breeze can flow through with new energy. It's the perfect time to do an inventory of your dynamics and see what's yours and what's not yours to clean up the relationship. Everyone brings some baggage. Sort through what you brought with you and let go of what is no longer needed. Become unencumbered, then your relationship will flourish. So, pretty interesting message there, too. I will say, obviously, this looks like someone you might have had quite a long history with, and if that's the case, this Mercury retrograde we're just about to start can actually be more beneficial for, talking things out. But hopefully that resonated with you guys. We'll wrap up there, and I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.